those of you that know me, nothing in this speech will surprise you. For those of you that don't, I'd like to apologize in advance. Let's remember that Murphy asked me to do this, and that's where we are. I am Matt Riggins. I'm one of the two best men today. One of us is a literal medical doctor, and the other one of us has to remind kids that Ben Franklin was not the president. So I'll let you all decide who's the best. Murphy said he's got pretty high expectations of this speech. I'm supposed to make sure there's a little something for everyone and finish in under 5 minutes. So basically, it's the Murphy Post wedding night plan. Murphy and I have been friends for about 20 years now. We met on a mandatory trip after the summer of our freshman year of college, where all the freshmen teaching fellows throughout the state got thrown randomly, different groups, different buses. I didn't know what to expect from App State kids. I thought everybody from App State just kind of would roll into Boone with a box of wine and a pet raccoon to party for 4 years with all the other hill people. Oh, yeah, freshman year. So we traveled all around the state on a charter bus with a bunch of other kids. Some of the highlights: the air conditioning in a charter bus, no windows, goes out. And we're all, it was miserable. Big John taught us all how to dance. Thank you, Big John. Definitely no underage drinking. Several people in here also learned the valuable lesson that if you stay up and hoop with the Owls, you still got to get up and soar with the Eagles. Because if you don't, you're going to miss the bus. You have to be driven by the head of the entire program to the next destination, and what I can really assume Wyndham was a very uncomfortable car ride. We also spent a lot of time, back then hitting on freshman girls, which is a habit we finally broke Murphy. That week. It was a week long, and I know we were going to go back to our respective campuses afterwards, so I didn't think it was that big a deal. Murphy had other plans. He decided, we were going to be friends. He looked at me like Jameis Winston looks at crap. Our friendship was going to happen, and occasionally maybe some small misdemeanors. It's not that often you get to meet a goofy white boy from Watauga County who is a literal card-carrying member of the Afro Man fan club. I said, hey, this guy's going to make this week bearable. But since then, between us, thousands of miles traveled, hundreds of beers drank, lots of tailgating. Speaking of tailgates, I know that Murphy loves Marg because he spent this weekend getting married to her instead of doing a typical Murphy Post weekend. I Googled it. Here's what he'd be doing if he wasn't getting married. He'd have dragged some two big men in a too small car to Atlanta to watch a Braves game, then a quick mortar ride, and this is completely true, Murph. We're missing a Yacht Rock review show. I protested, but I'd have gone. He followed up with a couple craft beer flights at a brewery you've never heard of, some midnight karaoke, Afro Men, obviously.